Who are we? Where do we come from? How and why was the universe born? From the beginning, humanity has turned its eyes to the sky full of awe and questions. The sunrise and sunset of the sun, the phases of the moon, the alteration of seasons, the movement of other planets in the sky, the appearance of comets, and the shocking phenomena of eclipses were the first evidence that there is something above that needs to be discovered. That is how astronomy started to develop. These incidents raised our curiosity and made us wonder, what are they? Where do they come from? Astronomy is the oldest of the natural sciences. Astronomy is the science that has as its main purpose the determination of the positions, dimensions, and movements of the celestial bodies. Throughout the years, we have found ancient monuments of astronomical interest that are about 5,000 years old, like pyramids of Egypt and the megalithic Stonehenge monument in England. The first astronomers distinguished the planets and the stars, introduced sun-centered model, proved Earth to be a sphere, and laid down the foundation of so many astronomical concepts. This progress dramatically improved humanity's understanding of the universe. Their observations and investigations were strengthened by the invention of the telescope in the early 17th century. Astronomer Galileo Galilei popularized the use of telescopes to study and discover celestial objects. The improvement of telescopes helped astronomers to reconstruct the history of the universe. The development of satellites and rockets paved new ways for space exploration. In 1961, Yuri Gagarin became the first man to go to space. From then, we have not stopped. The 1969 Apollo moon landing was a stepping stone of the beginning of the new era of celestial exploration. Today, astronomers collect data about celestial objects by using huge telescopes and can now observe the unseen things like the black holes and gravitational waves. Several advanced robotic space probes have ventured farther than ever before and are exploring the hidden secrets of the universe. These developments occurred because of the curiosity of the human mind and its ability to question and search. Copernicus, Kepler, Galileo, Newton, Yuri Gagarin, Neil Armstrong, Kalpana Chawla, and so many astronomers and astronauts have expended and given their life for these hidden mysteries of the universe. We see these advancements all around us, use the technologies discovered by space exploration, observe the astronomical phenomena daily, yet we only study a little bit about astronomy and space science. Astronomy has influenced our lives more than we can imagine. So why settle for a drop when the entire ocean is waiting for you to be explored? Let's dive deeper into these astronomical wonders and explore the space around us with one and only Khagolshalas.
The nitrogen in our DNA, the calcium in our teeth, the iron in our blood, the carbon in our apple pies were made in the interiors of collapsing stars. We are made up of star stuff, a famous quote said by Carl Sagan. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the grand inauguration of Khagolshalas, Astronomy and Space Education Labs. Space Foundation has successfully established Khagolshala Astronomy and Space Education Labs in 20 Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas in collaboration with Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India. I, Chitra Khatri, Project Head of Khagolshala, have the privilege of being your host for today's event. Allow me to begin by thanking you all for joining us in this first of its kind virtual inauguration. On behalf of the whole team of Space Foundation, with immense pleasure, I welcome all the dignitaries present with us today to grace the inaugural ceremony. I am extremely thrilled to announce that our chief guest for the ceremony is Dr. K. Vijay Raghavan, an extraordinary personality who is known to us as Dr. Krishnaswamy Vijay Raghavan. He is a distinguished professor and former director of the National Center for Biological Sciences and currently serves as the principal scientific advisor to the Government of India. His research interests are in the field of developmental biology genetics and neurogenetics. Dr. Vijay Raghavan was elected a Fellow of the Royal Society and was conferred upon the Padma Shri in 2013 by the Government of India. In December 2018, a new species of gecko was also named after him. Today's ceremony is graced by our guest of honor, Dr. Patrick Miller. He is the director of International Astronomical Search Collaboration USA, famously known as IASC. Dr. Miller is a professor of mathematics at Hardin-Simons University and Abilene. He also teaches introductory astronomy and astronomical research methods at the university. He founded IASC in October 2006 and serves as the vice president of the Permanent Council of the Global Hands-on Universe Association. This is not it. Our guest list does not end here. We have Shri Vinayak Garg, who is the commissioner of Navodaya Vidyalayas Samiti. He will be addressing and inspiring all our students for today. I would also like to welcome our great principals from 20 Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas and the coordinators who are helping us in the conduction of Khagolshalas in the schools. I would also like to welcome our great audience of students and other people who joined us from different corners of the world, whose constant support and trust have brought us to this celebration. We at Space Foundation are constantly working towards the development of science and astronomy in India, aiming to create a scientifically aware society and contribute to the technological and social development of the country. Space Foundation has provided services and products since 2002. Our trademark is always innovation, passion, and total commitment to spread knowledge of astronomy and space sciences among the masses. Space Foundation has established Khagolshala, Astronomy and Space Education Labs in 20 Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas in the month of October and September with the vision to foster the interest of the younger generation into astronomy and space exploration, innovation and research to involve students in hands-on learning of science through experimentation, observation and analysis of the universe around us. Now, I would like to welcome the man behind the idea of Khagolshala. He is the president of Space Foundation, who have been instrumental in making this dream come true. Our journey has been an exciting one, as you know that none of this would have been possible without the guidance and leadership of our president, Mr. Sachin Bhama. He is an Indian-born entrepreneur and philanthropist who has been a pioneer in introducing and revolutionizing the concept of spreading astronomy and space science in every sector, from education to tourism. Mr. Sachin Bhamba is a disciple of physics and hands-on pedagogy, an educationist with more than 20 years of experience. He is also a vivid amateur astronomer and wildlife enthusiast. He is the president of Space Foundation, which combines business with the noble and philanthropic causes of making science accessible to all. Social and scientific development leads to development of mankind at large. Space is the largest non-profit employer in this industry. Now, I would like to welcome Mr. Sachin Bhamba to take us to the journey of Khagolshala. But before that, I would request all our guests for today's event to switch on their camera. Now, over to you, Sachin sir.
Thank you, Chitra. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction of everyone. And first of all, I would congratulate all of you, since today is also the Yuri's Day, when humans stepped into space and the first man decided that he will risk his life to take this great step for humanity. I would like to first of all welcome Dr. K. Vijay Raghavan, the Principal Scientific Advisor of Government of India and the man who inspired us to do this. We have been setting up Khagolshalas or astronomy labs since 2010 in various schools, but those schools could pay for it. And the wonderful inspirational words of Dr. Vijay Raghavan to set up these for the students who are right now not able to find these kind of facilities in their schools and are at the locations where universe as a lab is available to them were the words that inspired us. And immediately we setting up these labs. So I'll just take you. I would also like to welcome the Commissioner of Navodaya Vidyalayas Samiti, who is present here, and I would like to thank him for giving us opportunity and collaborate with us to set up these Khagolshalas in Navodaya Vidyalayas. I am also thankful to the advisor of Navodaya Vidyalaya, uh, uh, Dr. Balakrishnan, Dr. Ramchandran, and then additional commissioners and directors from Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti and other position holders from Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti. My sincere thanks to the principals of various schools who are present today for giving us this opportunity to set up this lab and giving us their time and opportunity to train their teachers and the continuous support that we are getting from all these principals all across India. I also welcome Dr. Patrick Miller, one of the pillars behind our motivation and our efforts that we do with the students in India. He has been always a big support to us and one of important man in creating this Indo-US relationship via astronomy with the students of India. I requested him that we are setting up these Khagolshalas, and when I told him the vision of our honorable principal scientific advisor, he immediately allocated 400 seats to us, and we have seen the wonders that are happening when the students were given opportunity to do active research in Asteroid. My sincere thanks to Dr. Patrick Miller. I also welcome the teachers, the coordinators, and the wonderful students who are in front of me, and also last but not the least, my own team, which has relentlessly worked to get this done. So I'll just take you through the journey. I hope when I share my screen, somebody please can let me know that my screen is visible to everyone. So is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So welcome to Khagolshala. Khagol, we all know in Hindi means universe, Brahmand. So it's a lab that makes us explore the universe around us, and probably it is the best way to learn science. Whatever we learn in books is something like history that we are reading, and once we apply it, that is where the true thinking and application of science begins, and that is the purpose of Khagolshala. And it has found a larger meaning when Government of India, through Principal Scientific Advisor Sir, has decided to step in and give this opportunity to the students of schools all over India. So the journey begins. So as I explained, Khagolshala is first of its kind astronomy and space education lab in Indian education system. Space India also happens to be the pioneer of introducing space education in Indian education system, and we are happy that we have been given this opportunity to establish these Khagolshalas all across India. The wonderful thing about Khagolshala is it is just not the equipment sent to a school and then they have to think about what they need to do. The activities have been so designed that there is a scientific curriculum, including national and international platforms, and that too in accordance with the national curriculum framework and the new education policy that Government of India is implementing of doing hands-on science. Throughout the year, the students are being involved through the machines, through the equipment, through the various models that have been sent to them into hands-on experimentation, exploration, and fundamental working of models. They understand how universe works, and they try to create and replicate smaller models of universe, and then understand the application of science. We just don't not talk about STEM skills. We are more into STEM with arts, and the curriculum actually inculcates all those activities with them. For example, this month, which is the Global Astronomy Month, is being celebrated by students all across India through Khagolshala. And obviously, use of high quality astronomical equipments like binoculars and telescopes. In each Khagolshala, there are two 8-inch telescopes, and then 6-inch telescopes, and then 50 telescopes for them to undertake various projects. So basically, there are 4 principles of Khagolshala: innovation, passion, and then the possibilities that are created for students all across the world, and they can interact with their peers and do scientific experiment in collaboration. And commitment towards hands-on science are the principles behind Khagolshala. we have mapped Khagolshala with the new education policy which is going to be implemented in India. So basically, the science has to be taught in an experiment and hands-on way, and not only science but language is also now being taught in a hands-on way. And all these mapping of Khagolshala and its objectives are with the new education policy of Government of India. Vis-a-vis, we have a discovery and activity-based hands-on learning, introduction of technology in education, and setup of labs like this, community engagement programs, logical and critical thinking through a STEM through various STEAM workshops, and then a multidisciplinary approach towards learning of science, integrating it with just not science but mathematics and language, and universalization of education with national curriculum framework. So these are the 9 pillars of Khagolshala. This is how Khagolshalas are defined. Once the equipment is sent to them, we bring learning of machine equipment and exploration of universe. Then there is coding and robotics. This will also be part of Khagolshala. Students will be given projects of coding and robotics. Then there is obviously inquiry-based learning. So whatever they learn, they try to derive numbers out of nature. And this is one wonderful project, which is Asteroid search program, which is right now was going on and has just recently ended, thanks to IASC and Dr. Patrick Miller. Then there is important concept of scientific skills training of all students so that they can identify a problem and have an observational analysis of things and then find a creative solution for the society. They are involved into videography and photography. So important part of Khagolshala where they record the various astronomical events and then study them later on. We bring them opportunities. I'll be showing you what kind of opportunities are there for the students who are now part of this Khagolshala experience. And so we bring opportunities not only national but international for them. There are a lot of interactions that will happen for these students so that we can inspire them through the lives and vision, mission, and thoughts of the people who inspire us a lot. Then continuous assessment of students is done. So we have identified what skills, what scientific skills or other skills should be learned by students, and there will be a continuous assessment done. Then there is international collaborative learning and research programs like Asteroid Search Collaboration and various programs which students can take with their peer students all across the world. Because I think, major scientific discoveries are done by exchange of ideas. So this international collaboration is one of the important part of Khagolshala. Then obviously there are various life skills that will be introduced to students as leaders, as innovators, thinkers, who can be the next problem solvers of our society. So, few photographs of the opportunity. So, Dr. APJ Kalam debate competition, which again is part of the yearly schedule of Khagolshala. Here you can see that, students are doing role play, becoming different models and, are being appreciated. Now, in Inspire Through Interaction program, we know Dr. Nadurai. He is the director of Satellite Center of ISRO. So the students you can see behind are the students who discovered asteroids and few staff members of space, along with various astronomers, meeting Dr. Nadurai. So again, one of the astronauts who has met our students. So a few photographs of how students are introduced to various concepts and how they explain those concepts of inquiry-based learning to the visitors of these kind of astronomy melas that are organized. Here you can see students using a latitude finder to calculate their own latitude on Earth. Now, machine equipment and exploration. So, this telescope, the 50 mm telescope is given to Khagolshalas. There are 50 such telescopes and there is a long list of experiments that are going to perform. Other than that, there are 8-inch telescopes and 6-inch telescopes, planispheres. Now, scientific skill training, they are obviously enjoying one of the, displays of re-entry module in Delhi. So students are taken into these kind of outings and they understand the concept. Now you can see one of the students performing an experiment with light. Now Khagolshalas at Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas. We have already established 20 Khagolshalas in JNVs in the various schools which were given to provided to us by the Navodaya Vidyalayas Samiti with the help of Principal Scientific Advisor's Office, Government of India. So few photographs, and you can see teachers are so inquisitive about what is going to happen, and they want to participate in various activities. So not only students, but we find a lot of interest of students into these activities, a lot of interest of teachers. Now in the Train the Trainer program, the Khagolshala material was sent to all the schools by end of September, and then in the month of October we started conducting Train the Trainer program for the 20 coordinators who will be running these projects as guided by Central Space Foundation team. And those teachers have gone through hands-on experiments, astrophotography, and learning of basic concepts of astronomy and space. So once that ended, and this was something a feather in the cap of Khagolshala when Dr. Patrick Miller gracefully agreed that he will allot specifically 400 seats for Khagolshala students to participate in live asteroid search campaign. So we are thankful to him, and he is here today. He'll be talking about this project. But this is a wonderful opportunity that was given to JNV students. So out of 800 students, we till now have 384 preliminary discoveries of asteroids under KAC 2021 project. The project was obviously done with the collaboration of International Asteroid Search Collaboration, Astronomical Search Collaboration. The project is funded by NASA and headed by Dr. Patrick Miller. We were sanctioned 400 seats. So here are a few photographs of the students who learned how to use, download the data that we get from various telescopes all across the world, and then do analysis and astronomical analysis and send it back to the team of astronomers who finally verify the discovery done by students. Carrying on, we have the Meet the Scientist program, and this last month, I think in January and February, we were able to bring Dr. K. Varshane, who is the advisor and head of International Cooperation Division, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, to interact with these students. Sorry. Then we had Dr. Shivaji Chandran, Director of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, who interacted with students on the National Science Day. And then Mr. Debashish Goswami, Group Director and Project Director, Engineer at Satellite Center at ISRO. Project Paridhi is one of the important projects of Space Foundation, and it aims at motivating students of class 6 to 8 to calculate the circumference of the Earth using simple equipment that is given to them in Khagolshala. So, this is doing a 2,500 year experiment which was done by Eratosthenes, and they calculate the circumference of the Earth. You can see students calculating the circumference of Earth using a simple stick. We call it Mnemon, the magic wand of astronomers. And this project was launched in JNV this year on the day of equinox, that is 21st of March. And the students who participated in it now are master trainers who are actually involving the rest of the students of JNVs in calculating and doing this experiment. Right now, Global Astronomy Month is going on, one with the motto of one people and one sky. And there are different contributions. As I said, it is just not about STEM, but it is holistic STEAM activities, team skills that are incorporated and integrated in students. So astro art competitions, astro poetry competitions, along with the scientific capturing of the moon, calculation of supermoon, variation in the size of the moon on a common day, normal day, and when we call it a supermoon, that is when it is near to the Earth. Obviously, we will have a larger size, so they do scientific comparison of the size. Uris Night celebration, which is today, then Earth Day celebrations, creating of small satellites in remembrance of Aryabhatta, and so on and so on. So Globe at Night, International Dark Sky Week, Global Star Party, Sunday, and Observe the Conjunction and Lunar Occultation of Mars will be the few programs which will be carried on this month, which is the Global Astronomy Month. So out of the national and international projects that are already part of Khagolshala, we have Project Paridhi, National Science Day, Astro Podcast Competition, Space Board Competition, Kalam Debate Competition, Vikram Sarabhai Quiz Contest, scientific interaction program for inspiring students. It is a continuous program where students are made to interact with various scientists, and they also create their own podcasts. Then eclipse chasing. There is an important eclipse coming this year. There will be an eclipse chasing done by these students. Then Khagolshala Asteroid Search Campaign, one of the star campaigns that we are doing with IASC and with the help of and funding of NASA. Sally Ride Earth Camp, Global Astronomy Month, Internet Telescope Program. Then there will be World Space Week celebration, Asteroid Day celebration, Draw a Neutrino, and then interaction with various experts who will teach them various techniques and use of equipment. So to bring more meaning to Khagolshala, this is what we are trying to do. We are trying to bring in a lot of many national and international organization to collaborate with us, and we will have a little request from this platform to PSA's office that he help us in finding this meaningful interaction with these organizations which are referred here. So Aries is already part of Khagolshala, and ISRO, the Remote Sensing Center of ISRO at Dehradun has agreed to give us few activities for these students. We already have collaboration with IASC, and we look forward to collaborate with IUCA. We have already been given the number and reference from PS's office, and we look forward to collaborate and bring their projects for Khagolshala students. And we would request for this continuous support from his office to make it more meaningful program for students of various students of JNV. Now, these are achievements which we think that we will replicate. These are few achievements we would like to mention, which are not right now students of Khagolshala, but we hope these are the students from various other programs of space. But we hope that we will be able to replicate what they have achieved. So Yashraj and Yuvraj, they were preliminary discoverers of asteroids, and now they are director of a huge conglomerate. They have created many patents and run a big company at the age of 21. They started at 18 and have many patents to their name. Mehul Tanwar, he is doing an internship at St. Mary's University, Canada, one of the major astronomers there now at a young age of 23. And Dr. Patrick Miller will remember with he and Radhika, the recent discoverers of an earthbound asteroid HLV 2514, and their asteroid was named in a record time, all thanks to Dr. Patrick Miller and his personal efforts taken to acknowledge their achievement by these two young girls. So Amanjot Singh, one of the Indian students who is also the first Indian student to discover an asteroid back in 2010. Aryan Mishra, he is himself establishing many astronomy labs. He was a discoverer, also became the young astronomer of India. And Pragya Chawla, who discovered a Trojan asteroid, which is a rare discovery in itself, along with Praful Sharma, who is an asteroid as well as a comet discoverer. And we hope that the students from JNV will replicate these achievements. And this one particular is something which is a very proud moment for us. So we actually made a Raman sat, a small CubeSat in our office, and it was flown by NASA's program where it was sent to study, do various studies in the low Earth orbits. And we hope that these kind of achievements will come from the students of Khagolshala very soon. And I think that is where I would say thank you to all for listening to me so patiently, and my sincere thanks to all our chief guests today. We always acknowledge the contribution that you have done to us, and we wish that this contribution will continue with us. And we have a commitment of creating 20 more Khagolshalas this year, and look forward to support from all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sachin sir, for the beautiful presentation of Khagolshala and explaining to all of us that what it is all about and what we are bringing for the students of India. Now, I would request the moment for which we all were waiting for. I would request our chief guest of the day, Dr. K. Vijay Raghavan, to start the inaugural ceremony by sharing some words of wisdom and inspiration for all our students.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, everyone. assembled here from the Space Foundation, from the Ministry of Education's Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas program, Dr. Patrick Miller, everyone else, all the principals of the Navodaya Vidyalaya, and my colleagues. It's a great pleasure to be here. Astronomy today is going through an extraordinary, exciting phase which combines astronomy, observational astronomy across the spectrum, astrophysics, and big missions such as the Laser Interferometric Gravitational Observatory. New discoveries are coming which are very exciting, validating theories or testing their boundaries. This is one of the most exciting times for us as scientists, as citizens, looking at all the changes which are happening. Combined with this is the collection of extraordinary volumes of quality data, their interpretation and decision making trains people in the analysis of systems and also inspiration. I request my other colleagues to please mute themselves. Now, this analysis, accumulation and analysis of big data, combined with the traditional excitement which astronomy provides, are both now, in theory, accessible to students across the world. And Khagolshalas is one venture which makes that access into reality. And we all must congratulate everyone here at the Space Foundation and the Government of India's Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas for taking this forward. Now, the history of astronomy in India is magnificent and deep. Aryabhatta knew that only the sun gives light, and all other bodies like the planets, are bright because they reflect the light of the sun. When there's reflection of light, there must also be shadows. And so he advocated that the Earth spins on its own axis and accurately measure the size of the Earth from the size of the shadows at various locations. Similarly, in his Kalakriya, he gives a pioneering explanation for the eclipse of the sun and the moon, both from a philosophical and a mathematical perspective. Later on, amongst his disciples, Bhaskara, around 600 to 680 CE, not to be confused with Bhaskaracharya, who was also a poet, did much to popularize the views of Aryabhatta by writing the beautiful verse Aryabhatta Bhashya, describing how eclipses happen, how calculations are done, and about the natural beauty of such phenomena. Many others, including Haridatta and Govinda Swamin, developed on these theories. And these similar kinds of observations and theories were there in other parts of the world, which many of you are more familiar with. Now, later on, around 1340 to 1425, in Kerala, the Madhava of Sagamagrama, who invented an early form of calculus and used it to calculate the position of celestial objects, very accurately calculated the position of the moon at any time with the mathematics which was invented. Now, this could be used to predict eclipses to much greater accuracy. Now, building on this tradition, there's also a great modern tradition in astronomy. We have, the giant meter wave radio telescope, for example, near Pune, and telescopes in Kodaikanal, Udagamandalam, Guru Shikhar, Nainital, Handley, Ladakh, all over India. ISRO, the Indian Space Research Organization, has an astronomical satellite called AstroSat orbiting the Earth and is about to launch another called Aditya to reach to go close to research the sun. And India is a leading astronomy researcher in the world. In these traditions, ancient and modern, we must understand and take pride in. And a desire for rigorous study of our scientific history is important, and looking ahead, a rigorous familiarity with all the tools which allow the exploration of the world. As I said before, today big data astronomy and telescopes all over the world can be accessed by everyone with a smartphone. Our youth are learning coding and data science from this. Through this, they have a great future, both as data scientists in any area, and also will have an admiration and understanding of the universe. Mm-hmm. So I wish you all the best, and I wish the institution and the Jawahar Vidyalaya to have greater collaborations, both nationally and internationally. Traditionally, we've had a situation when knowledge and power go together. And today's world allows the democratization of knowledge to break this nexus between knowledge and power so that knowledge is available to everyone. Every child, anywhere in the world, should be able to aspire to become an astronomer and not be restricted by a variety of national or international boundaries of various kinds. And this is what Khagolshala aims to do, and I wish it all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspirational words and your encouragement and insight. I must say that without you, this journey would not have been possible. And without your continuous support, this journey would not come to this particular place. And I hope that with your support, we'll be reaching millions of milestones. As the old saying goes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the single step. Let's dig deeper to understand this interminable journey of Khagolshala with this short clip of Khagolshala. Goes. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the single step. Let's dig deeper to understand this interminable journey of Khagolshala with this short clip of Khagolshala. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the single step.
We have got a knowledge of a different world we never thought of.
The experiments shown were very interesting and fruitful to understand the concept related to astronomy.
Create interest with them, and definitely we can expect some future Abdul Kalams or Vikram Sarabhai from the schools.
The experiments shown were very interesting and fruitful to understand the concept related to astronomy.
Provides participants a high-quality telescope data in the form of images. Now we have to analyze those images and submit reports.
I hope you all enjoyed the video and understood the journey of Khagolshala. And there are many more events are about to come. Now, I would request all the guests and attendees to please switch off, like mute yourself and switch on their cameras. It's a humble request to everyone to mute yourself and switch on their cameras. One of the remarkable footsteps in this journey was Khagolshala Asteroid Search Campaign. Khagolshala Asteroid Search Campaign is the Indian chapter of an international student research program that has got students involved in the search for asteroids. High quality astronomical data sets are distributed to the students for analysis and identification of asteroids. Students analyze the data using software, which then leads to potential discoveries. The project is funded by JPL NASA under the chairmanship of Dr. Patrick Miller. Now, I would like to thank Dr. Miller for giving us exclusively 400 seats for students of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas. We are pleased to announce that till now, students of JNVs have done preliminary discoveries of 384 asteroids under this banner. I would request Dr. Patrick Miller to inspire and say a few words for our budding astronomers. Over to you, Dr. Patrick Miller.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. I am most honored to be here and have a few moments to talk to you about the collaboration that ISIC has had with organizations in India, particularly space. Let me share with you my screen and talk to you about the program. What the students are looking for as they participate in the ISIC program are these objects. These are called near Earth objects, or NEOs. Here are some photographs of a few of those. This is Phobos, which is an asteroid or near Earth object located in orbits of Mars. Here's another one. Eros is a Mars-crossing asteroid. These are other asteroids, large asteroids that are out near Mars, near Earth objects, that one day, they don't currently, but one day can pose an impact risk with our planet. Looking out into the main belt of the asteroids, these are the two largest ones in comparison to the Moon. There's the Moon, of course. There's Vesta and Ceres. Ceres is the largest. Vesta is one of the largest ones that exist out in what we call the main asteroid belt. Here are some additional photographs of Vesta taken by the NASA mission, the Dawn spacecraft, and also photographs of Ceres, the largest of the asteroids, about 900 kilometers in diameter, out also in the solar system, out past the planets of Mars and Jupiter. And this is what I'm referring to. This is what we call the main asteroid belt. If you take a look at this diagram, you can see Jupiter, which is the planet marked in green on the outside. On the inside, the red one is Mars. And this is a debris field of material that resides between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, and we call it the main asteroid belt. There are probably millions of these boulders of rock, of which I've just shown you photographs of a few of them, Ceres being the largest, Vesta being one of the larger ones. And you'll note the blue circle, or the blue orbit that you see in this diagram, is the Earth. And if you look carefully at this diagram, you can see that some of the material, some of the debris from the main asteroid belt is inside the inner solar system, very close to our orbit. And so NASA is interested in finding that material, that those boulders impact the Earth every day, and some of them are large enough to cause serious damage, even life-threatening damage on our planet. These are called the NEOs, or near Earth objects. And that's what our program is looking for. Our program is looking for, or hoping to find, these objects that pose a serious risk to impacting our planet. These are other asteroids. These are asteroids located synchronized in the orbit of Jupiter. Those are called Trojan asteroids. And this whole region is primarily located between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. That's 2 to 4 times the size of the Earth's orbit, or what astronomers call the astronomical unit. That's where most of this debris is located. So in 2006, at Hardin-Simmons University in Texas, we began a program for students around the world to search for and discover these objects. It's called the International Astronomical Search Collaboration, IASC, or we sometimes refer to it as ISAC, like Sir Isaac Newton. What it is, it's an online educational outreach program in astronomy for high schools, colleges, and amateur astronomy groups. And today, we have 3,500 schools from 80 countries that participate each year. That's around 20,000 students from all around the world who are involved in a search for asteroids. We provide images that were taken recently in the previous few days at a professional observatory, and we distribute those out over the internet in an online program to students and amateurs who actually make original discoveries. Then, in accordance to the rules of the International Astronomical Union, we report these discoveries officially to the Minor Planet Center at Harvard. It's very simple how it works. Here's one of the telescopes we use. This is the Advanced Stars Telescope located at University of Hawaii. This particular telescope is on Haleakala in Maui. And we download images from that observatory, taken just recently, typically the night before. And we process them and distribute them out through a cloud-based pipeline to our ISAC webpage site, and then we provide those to the different schools. The schools then download the images from the observatory and use a program called Astrometrica to search for, discover, and measure those asteroids. Now, if they make a discovery, particularly one that's threatening the Earth, we then have a follow-up network that goes and does a confirmation of their observations. We repeat the process. We download those images. We search through them. Sometimes the students search through them, or sometimes we do that. And then we report the students' findings and the follow-up findings then to the Minor Planet Center at Harvard. So in effect, what ISAC does, ISAC interfaces with the astronomical scientific community on behalf of these 21,000 students around the world. This is the main telescope that we're currently using. We are working with other observatories, but this is the one that we provide for students in India. This is the one I mentioned to you before. It's on Haleakala in Maui. It's a panoramic survey telescope and rapid response system, which stands for PanSTARRS. It's not the world's largest telescope, but it does have currently the world's largest camera, scientific camera. These produce enormous images. One image has over 1.4 billion pixels. And during a campaign, which runs during the lunar cycle, from third quarter moon to third quarter moon, we'll receive as many as 65 of these images that are provided to ISAC, and then we subdivide them or partition them into 200 sub-images, and we distribute those out to as many as 500 schools. Currently, in our current monthly campaign, we have I think 540 schools participating. And from one of those images, students will observe as many as 150 main belt asteroids, and occasionally they'll find one that's passing close to the Earth, a near-Earth object. Here are some of the students over the years who've made discoveries. This is a young high school student in the United States who made a discovery. These are some college students located near me here in Texas, in the United States, who made 3 discoveries. These are students in near Puerto Alegre in Brazil who made a number of discoveries. That's Dr. Gustavo Rojas. These students, let me look, I believe it's in Bulgaria. These are students in China at the National Astronomical Observatories of China. These are students in Portugal who made some observations and discoveries. Japan, this is Shizuoka University in Japan. Here's another photograph of students at Shizuoka University in Japan. They're using astrometrica to search for and discover and measure asteroids. These are high school students in the United States near Washington, D.C. Some more students near Washington. These are 3 students in Mozambique who have made observations and discoveries. In India, we have an enormous program of students throughout India, primarily because of the Space Foundation, which we're very appreciative and have had a long-standing collaboration with space since 2010. These are students from Poland who have made observations and discoveries. These are students in Brazil. These are located near Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. They're showing their certificates of participation. Some of those students have made discoveries. Sao Tome Principe off the coast of Africa. These are students in a science lab who are getting ready to participate and search for asteroids. Morocco. These are students in a small school in Morocco who participate once or twice a year, and they're celebrating their observations and discoveries in a special day, Astronomy Day, that they had at their school. And finally, as mentioned earlier, these are two girls from India who discovered an asteroid out near Mars. And when it was reported to the media, it went viral. It was reported all over the world. And because of their discovery, then we were able to work with the Minor Planet Center at Harvard in order to publish an official announcement of their observation, and get it confirmed and designated as a confirmed observation. And one day soon, it will be a confirmed discovery. And so let me just say that this work that we're doing with space, and that we're now doing with the Khagolshalas asteroid search campaign, and your outreach program to your schools, is we're very much delighted to be a part of that. And we will continue to help you do this, searching for asteroids. And we believe that in doing so, your students will make many new observations and possibly make many new discoveries. So thank you for this opportunity to speak to you, and thank you for this opportunity for Isaac to work with you.
Thank you so much, sir, for wonderful explanation of the project and providing our students with the opportunity. I hope we can have such collaborations in future and can make this bond more stronger. Now, thank you so much, sir. Navodaya Vidyalayas Samiti is an autonomous organization under the Ministry of Resource Development, Government of India. These schools were established to find the talented children from rural areas of the country and to provide them with the quality education so that they can compete without facing any disadvantages. All the JNVs are co-educational and fully residential schools. And these schools are run by a unit of JNV officials who work hard at the backhand to provide all the opportunities so that they can reach our students. Now, I would like to invite the Deputy Commissioner of JNV Schools, Shri G. Chandramoli, to address the audience and say inspirational words for our students.
Very good afternoon to everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. It is very wonderful occasion for all of us to join today's this one meeting, online video conferencing. At the outset, I would like to extend our special thanks on behalf of Navodaya Vidyalayas Samiti to Honorable K. Vijay Raghavan sir and the Space Foundation, Astronomy and Space Foundation for enlightening the students of JNVs and also the staff of JNVs. Particularly, it is only because of this Space Foundation and because of the blessings of our Vijay Raghavan sir, we could able to impart astronomical education to the students of JNVs. Now, students, they have taken part in Khagolshalas Asteroid search campaign. A wonderful, participation was there. Then the second project, Project Paridhi. This also the participation of our students in finding the circumference of Earth. Actually, there are so many students. They want to take part. And just now I came to know, from our professor, this one, Professor Patrick Miller. They have opened IASE platform, and this platform also, I think we can use this platform and we can encourage our children to take part in such international platforms also. So far we have been taking part in local competitions, and I request the foundation to extend all the details, whatever competitions are meant for school children. Please share all the details so that all our children will be very happy to take part in each and every activity of Space Foundation. And this is how we can enrich. This is how we can make our children to enter into the space world. So this is a wonderful activity actually started by Space Foundation, and I request the foundation to extend all the details to JNVs so that we can go ahead with all the programs. So once again, I extend our special thanks on behalf of our commission sir to Space Foundation and all other who are involved in helping the JNV students to enrich their knowledge in the space science. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And we will make sure that each and every platform will reach the JNV students so that they can participate and make our nation proud. I request all the guests to please switch on their camera. Now, Space Foundation has achieved this unparalleled success. But let's not forget the contribution of our principals, our teachers, and our coordinators. I would request Dr. Mr. Balakrishna VN, Principal of JNV Zafar Kalan, to say a few words about it. I request all the guests to mute themselves and turn on their cameras. It's a humble request.
Most respected Vijay Raghavan sir, Miller sir, officials of Space Foundation and other colleagues and students. It's a proud moment for all of us, and we are also proud and thankful for Space India and Navodaya Vidyalayas Samiti for selecting our Vidyalaya as a part of this Khagolshalas program. Really, our students are very much benefited, and we are all thankful for that. Their participation is really always, that space is always a miracle, and students are always shows interest in space activities, and our students are participating very actively and our coordinator is working hard for behind them. All the teachers are behind them, and our project, this project will be a very wonderful one. And I wish all the very best for the successful conduct of the smooth going of this program. As our Chandraboli sir told, it is better to have all the Navodaya Vidyalayas having this facility, and wish you good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words and for your continuous support. I know that all the school principals are working hard to make sure that this opportunity reach to each and every student. Now, as I said, that this thing is not at all possible without the continuous support of our principals and our teachers and our coordinators. I would like to call Mr. Neeraj from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas to say a few words about for our students.
Thank you, ma'am. Most respected Vijay Raghavan sir, Dr. Patrick Miller sir, and other officials of Space Foundation, and all the delegates present in this virtual meet. Myself, Neeraj Kumar, PGT Physics in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas, Japarpur Kalan, New Delhi. Sir, here I would like to mention that in our school, Khagolshalas lab was established in the month of August 2020. In this Khagolshalas Astronomy and Space Education Lab, our students participated in many programs. Firstly, our students participated in Khagolshalas Asteroid Search Campaign. From our school, 20 teams participated in this program. And all the members of our school, student scientists, made preliminary discoveries. And our students were appreciated by Space Foundation and IASC as well. Sir, here I would like to mention that same case was in other GNVs. Other GNVs students also participated in the program, and students made wonderful discoveries. So for this, I congratulate all the students as well as teachers, my colleagues, and I'm very much thankful to Vijay Raghavan sir who gave us this opportunity. And also I am very much thankful to Space Foundation, Dr. Patrick Miller sir, and also G. Chandramali sir, Deputy Commissioner Navodaya Vidyalayas Samiti, and also Commissioner sir of Navodaya Vidyalayas Samiti, that they gave us this wonderful opportunity. Sir, our students also participated in Project Paridhi. Our school was selected by Space Foundation to conduct this program physically, and the program were telecasted on YouTube. Our students participated very interestingly. They measured the circumference of the Earth practically, and sir, I want to tell you that their result was 99% accurate, and some of the students were 95% accuracy, were having 95% accuracy. Some of the students were having 90% accuracy, and many students have accuracy more than 95%. So this was also very much wonderful opportunity. Recently, our students are also participating in Global Astronomy Month. Sir, we the teachers of JNVs, on behalf of teacher community and all the officials of Navodaya Vidyalayas Samiti, sir, I would like to thank you for giving this golden opportunity for our students, so as to make them, so as to ensure their holistic development. Sir, National Education Policy 2020 says that there should be experiential learning, and this experiential learning is there in the efforts of Space Foundation. The students are doing their practical work and also learning a lot. So really, this is a very wonderful opportunity given to our students. At the end, I would like to thank our Commissioner sir once again, Sir Patrick Miller, all the officials of Space Foundation. I am very much thankful to Sachin Bamba sir, Chitra ma'am who coordinated the program of Project Paridhi in our school. She was very much supportive, and she trained all the students as well as teachers in our school to measure Project Paridhi. I assure you, ma'am, that our students will do a wonderful job in future also. So once again, I am very much thankful to you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Neeraj sir. That was so encouraging and inspiring. Now, let's see what our students have to say. There is a small message which has been given by our students, and let's hear it from them.
Hello everyone, my name is Ayushri Malviya. I am a student of class 10A of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas, Jafarpur, Today, I would like to thank Space India for the golden opportunity they gave me. I was a part of Khagolshalas Asteroid Search Campaign. It was a wonderful experience to be a part of that campaign. Through Khagolshalas Asteroid Search Campaign, I came to know about many things. My interest in astronomy developed through this campaign. Then I came to know about Project Paridhi, which was introduced by Space India in our school. I registered myself in the Project Paridhi and calculate the circumference of Earth with the help of Space Team. Through this journey, I have explored many new things and developed my interest in astronomy. I am extremely thankful to Space India and all my teachers of Jawahar Navodaya.
Namaskar. I am Ashutosh Mishra from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas, Jafarpur, New Delhi, India. So today I am going to share my feedback on Asteroid Search Campaign and Project Paridhi. So if I talk about experience on Asteroid Search Campaign, so first I get training video by the KASC, and then I and my teammate Hardik get sets from IASC. We are very happy to tell that we get 6 seminary discoveries through this project. So I learned various things by this campaign, like I use software named Astrometrica. By the thinking process, I can find out any asteroid. That's all about the asteroid search campaign. Now, if I talk about the Project Paridhi, so I have to share a fact about this project. So everybody know that today we can measure the circumference of the Earth by the satellites. But how it looks like when we are saying that we can measure the circumference of the Earth by a stick. So in this project, we use stick to measure the circumference of the Earth. So we need to use a stick, sun's angles, and some mathematical formulas to do it. I got an accuracy in this project that is 97.35%. Thank you to KASC because they give such kind of opportunity. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Sanvi Gupta of class 10th A from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas, Jafarpur, New Delhi. First of all, I want to thank Space India Foundation, NVS, Principal Sir, and all my teachers for giving me this golden opportunity to participate in these events of Space India. I have participated in Khagolshalas Asteroid Search Campaign, Project Paridhi, and GAM 2021. I was very happy to find the circumference and learned many new things from this event. And I wish to participate more campaigns and more events by Space India. Thank you very much.
I hope with this energy of students, you all are also excited and energized. I would request you all to please turn on your cameras so that we can record this moment in the history of India. I request you all to please turn on your cameras so that we can capture this moment. Once a great man whispered, feeling thankfulness and not expressing it is like wrapping a gift, wrapping a present and not giving it. Today, I take the opportunity to put all my gratitude into words. But before that I do, I please request all of you to turn on your camera so that we can capture this amazing moment. And we can unmute ourselves and say Khagolshalas, if that is okay with everyone.
Khagolshala.
Khagolshala.
Like this.
Khagolshala.
Saying it, we can all wave like this.
Khagolshala.
Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Vijay K. Raghavan, Dr. Patrick Miller, Shri G. Chandramoli, I would like to thank you all for gracing this event with your presence. I thank you all for giving me the opportunity to express my gratitude on this special day. It is the biggest day in the history of our organization. Today, we have hosted the biggest educational inauguration ceremony. I, Chitra Khatri, consider the occasion as an honor and privilege to extend the word of thanks to all of you for being present in this occasion. Last but not the least, I thank you all the students, principal, teachers, and other people who actually worked hard and made this day possible. I once again thank everyone for making this program a successful one. Thank you so much, everyone, for giving your time and encouraging us with all your inspiring words. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.